Hello and welcome to Around the Block on this Friday. I'm Heather Holman along with Kent Ogle. I was waiting for you to say it, but it's okay. Kent Ogle is here with us today. Happy Friday, Kent.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. We made it.
Made it to Friday. I've got through all the storms. Boy, it was stormy out west yesterday.
Yeah, we had a large tornado yesterday in Beaver, and we stayed with that for a little while during our 4 and 4:30 newscast yesterday. But fortunately, that was it.
And the rain, as usual, got right to my house and stopped.
Well, yeah, it's been so wet across the whole state. We've seen flooding in different parts.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, from the Northeast to, you name it. Strong winds that we've had knocking over trees.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hate to see the damage, but we'll never complain about rain in Oklahoma.
Yes. I'm trying to think, was it last night? It all runs together. It did rain last night at our houses.
Yeah, a little bit in the metro, but it rained pretty hard out west.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we do need more rain before the drought sets in, and it's about to. I think today is really our last day of any potential rain, and then we're clear for a while.
Right. I don't think we're going to see much here in the metro. It's just going to be hot, and you know what? It's going to be muggy.
Yes, it will be. All right, we're going to talk a lot more about, NBA trading, almost at NBC, NBA trading and so forth. But we do have some breaking news. My favorite, Isaiah Joe, which we were just talking about yesterday on this show, is being traded.
Yeah.
You can go to KFOR.com to read the latest on that, and we'll talk more about this too coming up. But the second breaking news story of the day is that the Oklahoma City Animal Control Welfare Center, they're saying they can't take any more animals until Tuesday because they have rescued from a single house 350 pets. And they're talking about birds and reptiles and just anything you can imagine, 350. And so because of that, they're unable to take in, obviously, they're already at capacity, any more pets. And they're still open for adoptions. And they want you to please come and consider adopting. But just they say they're heartbroken by this.
Well, that's unbelievable. That's a zoo all by itself.
It really
350.
is.
So we'll see how they handle that. That's going to end up being a fairly substantial news story, so we'll keep following it for sure.
Yeah, so many different animal welfare groups are going to have to step in to help. But yes, we will definitely follow this today on KFOR. Yeah. You can read a shorter story at KFOR.com of the information we've already gathered so far.
And Isaiah Joe, just back to that very quickly, for those who want to know, he went to Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's out of the Western Conference at least.
I'm bummed. We were literally talking about yesterday. I was like, he's my favorite.
Really? Yeah, he's real popular.
Before him, Steven Adams used to be my favorite because he was so funny. And,
he was fun, yeah.
And just, a good guy. I mean, they're all, a lot of them are good guys, but...
I really appreciated Steven Adams seeing him in the crowd during our NBA playoff. That was cool.
That was very neat, yes. The man from New Zealand.
Yes.
I always said whenever he had his hair slicked back in a ponytail and he'd be running forward down the court, I always said he looked like an anime character. You know how the anime run and they show those beams of light behind them? That's what it always reminded me of. But anyway, so sad news about Isaiah Joe.
Thunder have to make room. I mean,
they have to. They got to do something.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of a current Thunder player, Jalen Williams, we were talking about J-Dub. He is now one of 3 new investors at Oklahoma City's new soccer club. So we've been talking about this for months. The OKC soccer stadium and multi-purpose stadium is coming. And now people are joining forces right there in the middle. You see that guy? You recognize him right in the middle?
Yeah, Westbrook.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook. So now here we have these 3 new investors. And so we are talking about Russell. Well, no, I'm sorry. On the right, we saw MLS star Josie Altidore, former Sooner turned Denver Bronco, Nick Benito, and the new ones that we saw in those black and white fancy pictures, Baker Mayfield, of course, Jalen Williams, and Olympic gold medalist Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone.
Very cool.
That's neat.
I love it.
They do need investors, and I think it's a wise investment on their part, but also
so too.
We also truly appreciate it because we need, it's cool to get things like this in Oklahoma, the Continental Coliseum.
Well, it's certainly the big names like that help add to the momentum of what's going on with it, and the growth of soccer, and with the World Cup going on, it all adds up to good news for Oklahoma City. And not to mention, of course, we're also looking at possibly getting one of the UFL teams for spring football. So
right.
That's very cool too.
So all of this is happening in 2028. That's the magical year for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
we also have the Olympic sports that we're participating in for LA 28, the softball and canoe slalom. We also have the new Thunder Arena opening. So it's going to be a very busy, very lucky year. That's a good year for Oklahoma City, 2028.
That's exactly right.
Let's just skip over 2027.
No, because in 2027, we have the Senior U.S. Open coming to Oklahoma in golf.
Of course, Kent is excited about that.
On NBC, by the way.
Yeah, no, of course, that's important. Kent plays golf almost every single day.
I play a lot of golf. I'm not any good, but I play a lot of golf.
Oh, whatever.
I'm not.
What?
I keep trying. I don't get any better.
Oh, whatever. Your son too was he a semi-pro?
Well, he played pro. He played on the mini tours for a while and tried to break through. It's real hard to do, but he's still playing some golf. So it's a challenge, that's for sure.
How are your skills according to his? Do they line up?
I don't play golf with him. At all.
Yeah, well, it's great exercise. It's a fun sport, and I'm glad you're excited about 2027.
I am.
And I've always told my kids too, like I just said, let's just skip over 2027. I've always told my kids, don't wish your life away. Like if it's Monday, don't say, I wish it were Friday.
Right.
You're giving up a whole week of your life, and we're only here for a short time. So we need our 2027.
Absolutely. and enjoy 2026. We're only halfway through.
I know, but that to me is crazy that we're halfway through already.
I know. It doesn't seem like we should be in the middle of, it's almost the 4th of July, and that is absolutely nuts because we had a weird spring. We had kind of a weird winter too. It was a mild winter, and then we had kind of some heat in the spring, and then it got cold in May.
Right?
You're like, what's going on around here?
All over the place.
Yeah, it has been.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we do need, I can't believe we're halfway through 2026. To me, it feels like it should be 2012. I mean, what year does it seem like it should be to you?
No, I know what you mean. It just flies by.
Yeah.
I was giving a little tour to a couple of people here that were here to see the station, and I was talking about, well, this is our new building. And I was like, new building? Wait a minute. How long have you been here? 10 years. No, I don't know how long we've been here, but you know what I mean?
We've been here since 2017, so 9.
Right.
And that's amazing.
I know.
I mean, it just seems like, what would you say, 3? Maybe?
Right, exactly. I think all the technology and everything, I mean, like what we're doing right here, right now, it's just, it gives you a little time warp. It's weird. It's just, time is harder to keep track of, I think, somehow these days with all the different things pulling at you different directions.
Right. Yes. Yeah. But we need to slow down and sit back and enjoy the ride of life. My kids are already 20 and about to be 16.
I can't believe that.
I know. I can't either. The other day, I literally teared up on the air because I realized it was the last time that I would ever take my youngest daughter to school in her life because she'll be driving by this fall.
Yeah.
And so I teared up and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
Right.
Anyway, life goes fast.
It
so
does.
we got to enjoy it. All right.
Sure.
When we come back, we're going to get to a lot of different stories, including a ribbon cutting involving Route 66, another exciting thing. Plus, we're going to show you a live fire demonstration and what that revealed next.
Okay.
Midwest City firefighters, they have put on a junior academy for kids, and they're teaching them something really cool that they want everyone to know, and that is close before you doze. And what that means is to close your bedroom door every night before you go to bed. Because if there's a fire elsewhere in the house, then that gives you time to escape. Not all of it. There's less oxygen for the fire to fuel the flames, and then also there's less smoke coming into your room, giving you more survivability. They say, and it also keeps the temperature down. So
it's very interesting to me. They talked about their response times. What, like 6 or 7 minutes?
Yes.
They said that this will buy you like 3 or 4 extra. Those extra minutes might be enough to save your life.
It really, yes. And so snooze before, when I say close before you snooze,
yes.
What is it?
Not snooze, but
close before you doze. I'd already forgotten what I said. Close before you doze. So yes, that's great. That's great tips for anyone.
I think so too. I've never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, I do sleep with my bedroom closed, but
yeah.
But then my kids do too. But now I'm going to tell them, make sure you always do. I think that's fascinating.
I think a lot of people with smaller kids may keep the doors open so they can hear what's going on in there, or I don't know. But
and they also say that furniture these days now can go up in flames and ignite a house fire within 3 minutes. It used to be 17 minutes 40 years ago that it took to ignite a full-blown house fire from furniture, and they believe that's due to the different chemicals that are put into our furniture today, modern-day furniture. So
it burns faster.
It burns faster.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know.
That's neat they put on that academy.
Yeah, I think so too.
So some good news, a veteran has received a brand new car. He's an Oklahoma veteran, Army veteran, who served our country for 10 years. And yesterday he was honored. His name is Eric Walnofer, and he received a brand new Kia Sportage from the Military Warriors Support Foundation, and it's in partnership with Wells Fargo and Kalidi Kia. So this is cool. This is, he served from 2005 to 2015, various different missions. But he was super appreciative. And Kent, this program has helped so many of our veterans.
I love this story. First of all, thank him for his service and so many. Yeah, a couple of hundred different veterans through this program have gotten cars. And he was so humble about the whole thing. That's what I loved about it.
He was. He just smiled and he was so grateful. There he is right there.
Yeah.
So again, like Kent said, we do appreciate his service and the service of all of our military members. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that corporate citizenship right there.
Yes, absolutely. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about a time capsule at one of the newest sculptures for Route 66. That's next. No matter where you live, it can be frustrating when you're driving in the same spot every day. You know there's an upcoming pothole, right? And so you know to avoid it, or a big bump in the road, whatever it may be. In Edmond, they want your input. It is called their Safe Streets and Roads for All study. You can go to KFR.com and find a link there to their Facebook page and give your input on what areas you would like to see improved.
Yeah, I like that. The city council can't keep up with every area. The city planning commissions can't keep up with every area. There's only so many people in those roles. And so they don't drive every street. They don't know every corner. And they don't know the way things are, road may deteriorate in Oklahoma. And our roads, we're on clay soil. They do move around. They deteriorate. So like you said, you know your own drive. You know where you're going. You know where all the little spots are. And that can help them out. I remember one time a city engineer said there's 3 things to remember when you build a road in Oklahoma: drainage, and drainage. And that's it, because our clay there's any water standing, it's going to do damage.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. I'm not sure in which show. I get them all confused because I'm doing them all right now with Allie gone. But we talked about yesterday in Edmond. There's a spot that's notorious for when it rains really hard, it floods at 15th and Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. So
part of my drive. Been through there before.
Me too. In flooding.
Yeah.
And so this will be good to get your input in. If there's areas of congestion, anything that you would like to see changed, you can go to our page, KF4.com, for a link to find out where you can do that.
Yeah, that's going to be an expensive fix because that's kind of a little hole. Every direction goes into it there, and getting it to drain is going to be tricky. That's going to take some real drainage issues there.
Yeah, if they even tackle that one. So if that's a problem for you, then
if it's on your drive, they're going to tackle it.
It is on my drive, and they have not tackled it. But yeah, anyway, that's neat that they're opening it up to citywide.
Yeah, I agree.
Opinions and so forth. Kick 66 ribbon cutting. Good grief. This is such a cute little, it's not little, it's such a cute giant boot. So OKC is looking mighty pretty. This is the newest Route 66 sculpture, and it is fittingly right outside the Cowboy Museum.
It is huge. I think it's super cool.
I love this one.
I like it too. It's going to be there for a long time. There's not that many landmarks around you can say, hey, I was there when that went up, and it's going to be a landmark for years and years.
Yes. And your niece, Caitlin Ogle, got to cover it yesterday.
Yes.
And one thing that's really cool about this also is that there is a time capsule inside the boot that they will open in 100 years.
That's cool, too.
So, yeah, Caitlin put a note in there on behalf of KFOR.
She did?
She did.
Oh, no kidding.
And we'll still be around. KFOR will still be around. I don't know about you and me, but the station will be. So it'll be neat to see what they say in 2126. We'll have to look down and peek through the clouds of heaven someday.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I'm still around, I'll be a landmark myself.
Yeah, so it'll be, I need to ask her. I don't see her over there. I need to ask her what she said.
Yeah, I'd like to know too. I'll be sure to ask. I thought it was cool too. I saw this video. All the people were wearing some fancy boots to this thing.
Yes, it was fitting. They were wearing cowboy hats, lots of boots, lots of red boots.
Yeah, that's neat.
I told your brother Kevin that he and I both need to put on our red boots and go out and take a picture.
I want to see Kevin's red boots.
I do too. I don't think he has any, but I think that'd be really funny. So I love this monument though. I know we keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But I passed it the day before. Let's see, it was Sunday.
Oh, really?
And so, no, it was Monday. And I was driving through Monday and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so great. And it wasn't even open to the public yet. But
and it's going to be cool to see it when they have it lighted up at night. When you drive by. Yeah.
So it's 35 feet tall. But the funny thing is, the designer, Cameron Eagle, his team wanted to make sure that this is the tallest boot in the nation because in San Antonio, they hold the record right now. So we made it 1 inch taller than theirs.
That's awesome.
We are the champions.
Right. We're number one. Good stuff. Yeah, that's fun.
I love that. I know. So that's super cool. Again, time capsule 2126. So that'll be open. So mark your calendars.
Yeah, right.
And also today, big deal. So we talked about this at the beginning. Isaiah Joe already traded.
Yeah.
But you can find out more when you watch live at noon on KFOR.com. We're going to have the highlights of a Thunder press release or press conference, I should say. The 2026 draft class will be welcomed to Oklahoma City today. And so a lot happening with that. A lot of people will be disappointed. I'm losing my favorite Thunder player, Isaiah Joe. But again, KFOR.com, we're streaming that live at noon where you can go and watch this Thunder press conference.
That's tough. It's a business. We all understand how that works. They have to make some room in the salary cap to add these new players. But I'm excited about the new players that are coming aboard. I haven't had a chance to see all of them. I did see Bennett Sturts play in college, not in person, but I saw him on TV. He's a shooter. I know that much about him. And of course, Daymara he's a big player. He's a big man. He's another big coming in. So that's good. And of course, a lot of people know Otega Owe from having played at OU.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's exciting to see new players come on.
It is.
I just don't want to lose the ones we have.
I know. We've gotten to know them. We know their personalities.
Yes.
And, we got to celebrate with them last year, of course. And Isaiah Joe's always going to be remembered for the speech he made at one of the celebrations there right after the championship.
Let's hear it. Do you remember what?
No, I don't. Well, he was the one that was saying every time they talk about Clay Bennett, every time they talk about Mark Dagnall, every time they talk about you, the fans, they're going to be talking about NBA champions. Don't you remember?
Okay,
Don't you remember
I
that
thought
whole
that was
thing?
Jay Will. Isaiah Joe said
No,
that?
that was Isaiah.
Okay, I got
Jay Will was behind him, giving him all this. Yeah, right.
I remember Jay Will dropped an F-bomb, and I was like,
Yes,
oh my gosh.
I remember that too.
But yeah, so the Thunder Presser live at noon on KFOR.com. We will have that for you. Of course, we'll be covering this big news throughout the day today on KFOR in all of our newscasts.
See if any other trades come along.
We will see. I mean, they will. Unfortunately, they have to. But
yes.
It is life. It is life. Okay, let's get to this Oklahoma Zoo enrichment because this is really cute. Before we go to break, I want to show you this. The Oklahoma City Zoo is kicking off summer with a bang. They're giving their animals ice treats, popsicles. Look at that baby elephant. How cute is that? So ice pops and veggies, things that they like. And Xerxes. This is Xerxes. He's 1 now. So they also celebrated his birthday.
Good size for 1.
Right. And when Xerxes was born, he weighed, I think they said 250 pounds, and now he weighs 1,000 pounds.
That's incredible.
In 1 year. I know. Look at that. Oh, so cute. I guess all his zoo friends were invited to watch along, not in the same enclosure, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, lots of fun for the animals. And, we also saw that Galapagos tortoise.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? Are they tortoises or turtles? They're tortoises, right?
I think they're tortoises.
Yeah, so gigantic, beautiful.
We have such a great zoo. Yeah.
We do.
We do. World class, folks. So don't take it for granted. Get out there and enjoy it.
Yeah, so many neat things at the zoo, too. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Love our animals.
By the way, this weekend is their last sip and stroll.
Okay.
Yeah, last one of the summer. So get out and enjoy that.
Really?
Too.
It's only June. It's the last one of the summer. I guess
know.
It's too hot, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They do like 4 of them, and this is the last one. So,
okay.
Yeah.
You can also find that at KFOR.com. Anything we talk about, just know you can go to KFOR.com.
That's exactly
and
right.
Find it.
And you need to sign up for that sip and stroll. It's only for people over 21, by the way.
Right.
But it's a fun time, and there's only so many slots, so get signed up.
That's neat. All right. When we come back, your bizarre holidays of the day next. And we close the show every day with our bizarre holidays of the day.
One of the best I've seen in a while. Drive your Corvette to work day. I want one.
Why didn't you drive your Corvette to work?
I'm still waiting for that one important part.
Me too. It's also National Barcode Day.
National Barcode Day. It's a National Beautician's Day as well.
They are very important.
Absolutely. And be sure to tip them.
Yes, it says the husband of a former stylist.
That's exactly right.
And it is National Chocolate Pudding Day.
That sounds good. National Food Truck Day. Get out and enjoy one of those.
Those are a lot of fun. And National Handshake Day. Is it like bizarre handshakes?
I'm not sure. Okay.
Just regular.
And National Take Your Dog to Work Day.
I don't see any dogs. Wait a minute. We didn't get the memo.
We didn't get the memo.
Finally, World Refrigeration Day. That's better than a non-refrigerated refrigerator.
That's true enough. With the heat that's coming, we can use World Refrigeration Day.
That's right. And we hope you'll join us throughout the day on Channel 4 when we will have all of your news throughout the entire day, including we're going to talk about the Thunder. We're going to talk about what we talked about at the beginning of the show, 350 pets rescued from one house alone.
Holy.
So you can see all of that. But stay tuned. Go to KFOR.com to watch the Thunder press conference coming up. And we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for being here, Kent.
You bet. See you guys at noon.
Bye-bye.